Welcome to Mika's Journey, a transition story. Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't found my YouTube page yet, I'm at Mika's Journey. You can search this in the search tab in YouTube, and my video will be the very first one that pops up. Thank you all to my subscribers. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about bottom surgery. I kind of hinted at that in the last episode. We'll kind of run through it. A lot of people don't know the options that are available to us today. So vaginoplasty is what it's called. And I'm going to shorten that to VP so that I'm not tongue-tied this whole time. But VPs have been around for a while. They've been used for reconstruction mostly when there's any sort of defects or anything. But they've moved into the trans world. So you've got an intestinal or sigmoid, right? Yeah, that's the VP. That's where a small piece of the colon is actually detached and rotated down, and it becomes the lining of the vagina. Disadvantages are that some people report an odor, and it's colon, so some people say it smells a little like poo, waste. But apparently there's no scientific proof that would support that happening, and I don't know how common that is. But a lot of people also report that there's a lot of mucus from their new vagina. I don't know how else to put this. So the intestines have two characteristics that make them very good. One is they're stretchy, just like an actual vagina, so they can take different sizes, but they're also self-lubricating in a way. They have that mucus that comes off, and that's what the vaginal walls do, is they also have a mucus. That's where the lubrication comes from. So that's the other advantage, of the stretchiness of it. So it can be very good. A peritoneal or pull-through, which I also have as a Luohu operation, and I don't know where that comes from. This is where they use the lining of the abdominal cavity, or the peritoneum, to create the vagina. So they actually cut these like strips into the peritoneum of your gut, and they fold down, and they can sew them together, and it creates a tube. So that becomes your new vagina. There's one here that's called a Mackindou VP, and it uses a skin graft and a mold, and the mold stays in place while this heals too. It's non-lubricating, and dilators will be necessary. On the peritoneum, I need to go back. Dilators may not be necessary, though, it says. It doesn't say much about self-lubricating on that one, but we know that Mackindou is non-lubricating and dilator is necessary. And then there's a buccal mucosa VP. This is an interesting one because it used the lining of the mouth, which is naturally hairless, and it's self-lubricating. The disadvantages of this are that there isn't a lot of area to get that skin graft from, and most gynecologists are not familiar with the mouth. So finally, we make it to penile inversion, which is the most common form that I've heard of for trans women to get. They just so the other thing to throw here is that there's something called a vulvoplasty, and this is zero depth or cosmetic. It's just a surface thing. They're removing some stuff and making some stuff look right, but that is it. So there, we'll come back to that. So with the penile inversion, the head of the penis, or the glans, will become the new clitoris. The skin from the outside of the penis is removed and inverted to create the lining of the vagina, and scrotal skin will be used to create labia majora and minora. So there's a single stage and a two-stage operation. Some like to do it in one stage and just go in, and they talk about the fact that once you remove scrotal skin, you can't put it back, and you want to wait until you don't want to wait until later to see how the labia looks. So you may be doing that right away. While another that I've heard about prefers the two-step because it's an opportunity for him to come back and fix anything. So he's doing his the vulvoplasty, or the surface part, is done later. So a vaginoplasty is for people who want depth, and a vulvoplasty is surface. So if you're doing a two-step, you'll do a VP and then well, I guess they're both VP. Okay, so you'll do a vaginoplasty and then a vulvoplasty. But this is all very interesting stuff. So with the penile inversion, you have to do hair removal down there. There's quite a bit of hair, and you don't want any of that there because clearly you can't have hair inside the vagina. So you do that. Dilation will be necessary, and it is not self-lubricating. So dilators, what are we talking about there? I know we've mentioned it quite a few times. And dilation is kind of what it sounds like. So my understanding, I haven't talked to a doctor, but my understanding is that with a trans woman's vagina, I don't know if I should say vagina or vaginal channel, I guess either one works, but apparently it's not a natural opening. So just like your ear, if you pierce your ears and you take your earrings out for a long period of time, that hole can close up. That's the same thing that this new vagina wants to do. It wants to close up. So you use these dilators to keep it open, and you're doing it because you want to have vaginal sex. So you're making sure that you can handle that as well. There's a lot to this, and for sake of cleanliness as in G rating, we're not going to go into a bunch of this. There are plenty of videos out there if you are interested even more. I should have done that from the beginning. But if you have more interest in this, there's a lot of stuff you can look up. It's very, very interesting. And I have seen after pictures of this, and I'm telling you, you wouldn't know the difference on most of these. It's really good work. Again, if you're looking for my page, it's right here at Mika's Journey. You can put that in search in YouTube. It'll bring up my page, and you can subscribe and get all my videos right as they come out. So I have another video that should be coming out. It's already on YouTube, but I'll be putting it on Facebook soon. I just did a field trip for electrolysis to kind of show you that. Not up close, but I also need to look up and see if I can find some other video. One of the ladies there a few weeks back, she came in and had her phone. She was doing this for their website and was really up close. She got really good looks. I had to put the camera about 5 feet away, and it didn't zoom. So you don't get a good clear look at what they're doing. And that little tiny needle that they use, you can't see it in that. It looks like she's just taking this blunt end and just sticking it into me repeatedly, and you can't see that little fine filament that they just slip right into that hair. They're using a magnifier like I'm using for my light back here, but they just stick that into there and just look at them, and then they pull out where they need to. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's it for all of the penile inversion stuff. There's a whole bunch of it here. It's very interesting stuff. We're becoming better and better on this. I think that's going to be it for today's video. I will save everything else that I have, since it's not on this particular subject, for next video. I think might be on my journey video time, talk about what we're doing. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that the information that I'm giving is helpful to you, and it helps you see what we go through to become the people we believe we should be. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'm Mika.